Hi guys, KP this side. Hope all of you are doing good. This is vlog number 65 in Decoding Equity Markets series. Uh, Last week was hell of a ride for the equity investors, both in India and in US. Uh, so a lot of factors for that. We will be discussing them today. But before I start discussing this, let me tell you one interesting story which works like an analogy for understanding the scenario in US right now. Okay. Now, there is this big country. Let's not name the country. There is this big country which is very prospering, which is doing very good economically. Their GDP is very good, their business is very good, infrastructure is very good. And then there is an island which is 100 kilometers away from this country which I just referred to. So this country is one place, then there is this island which is 100 kilometers away, and this island is not connected to this country, but in future if it connects, the only possible way is through a bridge on this sea. Okay, so there is only water in this 100 kilometers because this is an island, so it is supposed to be in the sea. So there is 100 kilometers of bridge which needs to be constructed. Only then this island can connect to the country. Now this island has a king who is very rich, like the way kings are supposed to be, and he is a good king who thinks for his people. But overall, people in the island are not at all doing well. They are not having good opportunities, no good employments, no infrastructure, nothing is there. But they're talented people, right? Now, this king, he calls for a meeting with all the intelligent people in this island. He calls for a meeting and he talks to them that what if we want to make this island a prosperous one. So a lot of these intelligent people, knowledgeable people, the erudites like we call them, they give this suggestion to the king that the first thing that king should do, if he is really thinking about the welfare of his people on the island, is that they have to connect to this city, the city which I was talking to, the country which I was talking to you about. And they have to first develop a bridge, which may take years of time. But once it is done, then infrastructure wise, we are connected to the country. And all these people who are semi-skilled or skilled labor or semi-skilled labor, they are willing to work very hard because they want to earn money, because there is no money for these people. So king, who is very rich, has to once invest money to to create this bridge. But once that is done, then probably the prosperity will come to this island, because then people can work very hard and all the products which they are developing or all the services which they are rendering can be transported to the country where there is a requirement of labor. So king spends a lot of time, lot of money, lot of energy in bringing up this bridge, which can now connect them to the country. So after that, the prosperity happens as expected. People are working, people are connected to the country, they can travel daily, and they can do a lot of jobs. Now jobs are getting created, employment is getting created, they're earning very good money, and they're thankful to the the king. They're thankful to the king. Now comes the main point of discussion. Suddenly, when prosperity hits all around, the king becomes very insecure. Now what he is thinking is, because people in my island are prospering, we are worried about the kings from other islands. There are a lot of islands over there. So we are worried about somebody coming, because think of the olden times. One place is doing good, so somebody will come and capture. There will be a war. They will capture this kingdom and they will take all the treasure and the wealth they will take. Now this king starts getting insecure. So he thinks that somebody may come and attack us. And the only way people can come and attack us, now why would they attack first of all? Because they see that we are very prosperous, we are doing very good in our lives, we have got a lot of wealth now. These people have worked very hard for generating this wealth, creating this wealth. But now I am insecure as a king because I am thinking that maybe somebody can come to us and they can take away all this. They can kill me also as a king, and they can just conquer the island. So again he calls for a meeting and he tells his all these advisors that what can be done if we want to ensure that this never happens. So some of these advisors, they ask him, but why do you think somebody will come and conquer us? He says, no, because we are prospering, so somebody may have a problem with that, or somebody wants to just snatch away all that we have earned in all these years. So how can somebody come and attack us? And one of the advisors says that the same bridge which we made, that same bridge probably will be used to come and attack us. So thinking about this, the only possibility king is thinking is, the king is thinking like this, the only possibility of somebody to come and attack me is by using this bridge which we developed over years, and we prospered for many years using this bridge. So now what he does is, he puts an order that the bridge should be demolished. And this bridge was demolished. And now he is living secured life. Because now there is no bridge. So through sea route people will not come 100 kilometers. That's how the story is. But the only way people could have come to attack us and take away all the wealth which we earned in all these years is by using the bridge. So we finished off the bridge. We demolished the bridge. And now he is very secured. But in the process, a bigger loss, which surely happened, a conquest or somebody having a war with them, was a possibility which he was thinking of. But now something certain happened, that because you lost this connection with the country, so your infrastructure is jeopardized now. The jobs which were created have gone. People can't connect to the country now. No exports, no imports, no transactions happening, and everybody again became poor. This bridge which was created is like a stimulus package given by the US government during COVID times, when you did everything possible to bring up your economy, because you did not want people to suffer. So you bring up your economy by giving stimulus packages. Today, when the world is struggling in this so-called recessionary environment, you come and make statements that inflation is still a potential threat to the US economy, and if inflation has to come down, then people have to start losing their jobs and consumer spending power has to drastically go down. A pessimist is one who burns the bridges before his enemy could think of reaching to them. I'm repeating it. A pessimist is one who burns the bridges before his enemy could even think of reaching them. So whether enemy is going to come or not, you don't even know. But the only possible option was using that bridge. So I destroy that bridge. In the process, what I lost is the prosperity which everybody else was getting because of that bridge. The same is the situation with US economy right now, where countries like UK, China are suffering because of recession. Most of the European nations are suffering right now because of recession. US is one country which is not thinking about recession, but they're worried about people having good spending power. They're worried about corporates doing good. They're worried about corporates creating more jobs. It's more like a redemption of a grave mistake which they feel they have done, and now to rectify it, they can go to any extent, even if that involves bringing down the bridge, which is the economy in this case. If you understood my story, it has a lot of weightage in it. I thought this is the best way to make you understand right now what they're doing, and they're surrounded by pessimism. And the only thing Jerome Powell wants to achieve right now, because he has taken it on his ego right now, is that he wants to achieve a 2% inflation target, which is not a magical, it's not a bloody magical number, but he wants to achieve that. And to achieve that, he's being very open, shameless about it, that less jobs have to be created, more unemployment has to be there in the economy, and more spending power of the people should drastically go down so that they are not able to spend. And if they are not able to spend, that is how inflation is going to come under control. This is probably the starting point of a bloody disaster, which is self-orchestrated, it is self-inflicted, and they have to pay a price. They have to pay a price. That's what I can foresee from what all is happening right now. This is what I can foresee. Throwing your economies into recession. Last week, UK consumer spending has gone down. Highest downfall has happened in UK consumer spending in last 5 years. That is from the times of COVID. So there are countries which are already struggling with recession, and they can give you a better answer how difficult it is to come out of recession. And on the other hand, you have a country like US, which is openly talking about its highly stupid, flawed policies, where they want to only achieve a magical number of 2% for inflation. Where their inflation numbers from 7.5% have already come down to 3.5%. But what they are worried about is this 3.5% should come down to 2%, even if that happens at the cost of losing your economic stability. They are willing to lose that. More immature are shareholders, who every day are reacting to the same news that before December, another rate hike may happen. What rate hike are we talking about? A 0.25% rate hike, which is after 11 consecutive rate hikes which have already happened. And they are standing at a gigantic 5.5% rate, which is highest in last 4 decades. Highest in last 4 decades. Another 0.25% is going to help you attain that magical number of 2%. And from there, where are you heading? Where are you heading from there? Do you have an answer to that? You don't have an answer to that. You come and say that we have got all mathematical calculations and equations to help us fight this economic turmoil. Probably you don't have anything in your head and anything in your hand right now. And that is why you're talking like absolute bonkers. This is a humble statement from my side. And when you talk such rubbish things and negative things, this is what exactly is going to happen in the economy. A lot of pressure being seen on Dow Jones. FII continuously selling in Indian markets. To a large extent, a resistance has been shown because of huge money coming in from SIP mode in India. 13,000 crores on an average every month is coming in the form of SIP. This money is being channelized into the Indian equity markets, is helpful to a large extent. But because FIIs, like I told you in my earlier videos, they are mostly involved in selling the large cap stocks. That is why you see more pressure on the large cap stocks, and that is why index is struggling with 19,500 levels right now. Whereas SIPs are mostly involved in putting their money into mid cap and small cap stocks. So this is how US is standing right now. Like I have already explained you, their retail sales are up 6 months straight, and industrial production is highest in last 5 years. If that's for my country, I would feel really proud about it. Really proud. But they are suffering because of this. That's how their economy works. They are not happy about this. They want their industrial production to go down. They want their retail sales to go down. They are not happy with consumers spending on a regular basis. They're not happy. So God knows, guys, really, I'm completely out of my mind right now. I'm not able to understand this. It has left me completely clueless, speechless, not able to think of any bloody logics on this planet which can help me understand what exactly are they trying to achieve. I know there are a lot of people out there who can justify this move by the US Federal Reserve, but for me, there is absolutely no argument which can justify this kind of a rubbish talking which they are doing right now. And I just don't understand. The sincerity is missing. The negligence is at its penultimate levels. It has created a new pinnacle of stupidity. Because when I see RBI governor coming and talking in India, the level of sincerity, the level of accountability, the talking to the media, listening to media questions, answering them, we are working at a very, very different level of sophistication. Very, very sophisticated, because see, even if people are not knowledgeable, but they are logical, they can understand what you're saying. That if something does not make sense to you, you just say that, oh, I caught hold of some shit being spoken right now. I am not happy with what you said because this is not making logically any bloody sense. So that there is some level of accountability for regulatory authorities, for government. 10 days back, the Congress was not funding the money needed for running the US economy. They told Joe Biden a clear-cut no, that they won't fund the money. Then a lot of talks have happened in the White House, and that is that when they allowed some funding for next 1.5 to 2 months, right? You remember all this? I've spoken this all in my video. 10 days back. Today, the same Joe Biden has asked Congress to sanction $105 billion for Ukraine and Israel, out of which $60 billion is going to Ukraine. $60 billion is going to Ukraine on humanitarian grounds. Humanitarian grounds. Your humanity is for Ukraine, which is fighting a war for last 1.5 years, where you did not have any time to go and pacify this war. You did not do that. You could not pacify a war. You are the most powerful nation across the globe, but you could not help pacify this war. But you're sending arms and ammunition, you're sending support on humanitarian grounds, and you are appealing to Congress to give $105 billion. And the same thing you're doing, around $14-15 billion is going to Israel on humanitarian grounds. But you want people of your country to do less spending, and you want to see more unemployment in your country. Isn't it blowing up your mind? Am I talking anything rubbish right now? Am I talking anything senseless? If yes, please mention that in the comments. Let me see where am I going wrong with understanding all this, the fiasco which is happening across the globe. $105 billion of assistance has been asked from Congress for Israel and Ukraine by a country which is debt-ridden to its nose and which does not have any plans going forward how they are going to finance their own country's fiscal deficits. They don't have any answers to that. Just see. Next year elections are going to happen. Probably they want to leave this country in such a mess that nobody can come and clean this mess for next 5 years. That's what I can understand. I know you might find that I'm really pissed off, but when you see all this happening across the globe and it does not make any sense to you, and if you understand the things, you are vigilant about it, you're trying to understand, gauge the situation, and it does not make any fucking sense, then you start thinking that what the hell is going on? What is exactly going on in the economy? A so-called powerful nation, we don't even understand what they're doing. Their Federal Reserve, the government, what they're talking, nobody understands. So with US guys, it's really difficult to say what exactly are they up to. See, let me talk to the point. If you're talking about index right now, US Dow Jones is at 33,127, which means it has again breached one support of 33,200 on Friday closing. It means like you catch hold of somebody's neck and you just jolt it down, you push it down, and you're trying your level best to push down your economy right now, including equity markets. That's the kind of thing which is happening in US equity markets right now. If you're trying to be resilient, you're trying to be resisting this thing, they're still pushing it with all their power and their muscle power and their strength. So for me, I'm saying 32,800 is a support. Okay, 32,800 is a crucial support. After that, the sentiments will become negative because that's what I have been shouting for last 4 weeks. But now if you ask me guys, I personally feel enough is enough. From here on, either it will be a pure mess being created by the US government and the regulators, or I feel this is enough. यहाँ से market नहीं गिर सकता US का, नहीं गिर सकता, because everything that they're talking is rubbish. इकोनॉमी इज डूइंग गुड, मैटर ओवर. इकोनॉमी इज डूइंग गुड. आपको इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल करना है, उसके और तरीके हैं. करिए इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल जैसे करना है. खाली इंटरेस्ट रेट बढ़ाते रहेंगे, बॉन्ड्स का यील्ड्स जाते जा रहा है ऊपर, गोल्ड का प्राइसेस को पता ही नहीं है कहां जाना है, बिटकॉइन का प्राइस ऊपर जाते जा रहा है अचानक से फिर से. Because the economy is going through, like, it's like a headless chicken, just moving here and there, does not know what exactly it is supposed to do. So for me right now, if you ask me guys, I feel enough is enough. 33,100 हो गया, यहाँ से 32,800 हो जाएगा, 32,600 हो जाएगा, 32,400 हो जाएगा, पर कहाँ तक गिरेगा, क्यों गिरेगा? Logic. Where is the logic? How do you justify a fall in the market? Yeah, Israel and Hamas war is going on. How long can this war sustain? If more countries, I have already explained you my contingencies, if more countries come and start participating in this war, if it becomes more like a, where it becomes more like a countries are supporting Hamas in this war, because the fact remains, Hamas is a militant group. Probably nobody should have a problem with militants being killed. Nobody should have a problem. Yeah, we do have sympathy for Palestine. That's a different topic of discussion, whether Palestine is part of Hamas or not. But Palestine is going to stay the way they are. Palestine ke saath sabka, everybody is consoling Palestine right now because they are the scapegoats. They are unnecessarily suffering because a part of Gaza is being occupied by Hamas. Because of that, Palestine also has to suffer. A lot of rockets are being misfired, because of which Palestinian people are dying. So that humanitarian act is being done by India also, where India is sending support for Palestine. Russia, Putin is speaking in favor of Palestine. So till the time it's only Hamas being targeted by Israel, I personally feel nobody is going to come into this. Nobody is going to get bothered. Nobody is going to come and save the militants. Or the people who are going to come and save the militants have to be militants, or they are members of ISIS. This is limited. I have very limited knowledge in this field, but whatever I've read for making this video, this is what I could understand, or what I'm listening to in the news for the last 2 weeks. So मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ से US का markets और नहीं गिरना चाहिए. I don't think there is any good reason for markets to fall from here, unless the government is hell bent on murdering this economy and this market. If economy goes through a bad phase, then markets may fall. But to me, right now, what I see on the screen, and if you ask me to answer it in one line, it will be enough is enough यार. बस हो गया टाइम पास, बहुत हो गया. 35,500 आप लेके गए मार्केट, 36,000 टच हुआ नहीं, 33,500 के नीचे ले आए, 33,100 पे आके मार्केट खड़ा हो गया है. अभी यहाँ से और 200-400 पॉइंट गिरेगा, वहां से मार्केट को चलना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज थिंग्स इन द इकोनॉमी आर डूइंग गुड फॉर देम. द ओनली वरी राइट नाउ इज द ब्रेंट क्रूड प्राइसेस, बिकॉज ब्रेंट क्रूड प्राइसेस अगेन हैव गॉन अप टू $92 per barrel. So if this war is a prolonged war, probably 92 can become 95, then it can become 98, then it can become 100. But again, as I say always, is this price of crude going up for some justified reasons? What is justified reason? Justified reason is when the prices are going up because of higher demand. If the prices are going up because of geopolitical tensions, or if the demand is going up only because of some suppliers not giving the optimum supplies, then prices have to revert back to their average prices. That's what I feel. So this is a little bit of a worry for sure for countries who are suffering inflation right now. Crude prices going up is a major problem, but I personally feel this is a temporary problem, not a permanent one. This is not going to sustain for long. China, there is a good news, guys. पर इतना सब fiasco चल रहा है, all this Israel Hamas thing is going on, then this US stupid policies are going on. Because of that, nobody's talking China, but I'm telling you, good news is coming from China side, guys. GDP has grown by 4.9% in July to September quarter, which has exceeded the expectations of the economist. It is lower than the second quarter growth of 6.3%, but overall 4.9 was not expected for third quarter, which means from July, August, September. Average now they are expecting is 5% for the entire year. Last 3 months ka include karke, they are expecting that it will end up somewhere around 5%. Industrial output, retail sales, fixed asset investment, railway and air traffic is high. Property markets are still weak. That is one concern for them. But overall their economy is now fighting the situation. They're fighting it good. They are hopeful that they will be able to come out of this disinflationary environment. Property investments in first 9 months, January to September, has dropped by 9.1% overall. 9.1% is the fall. Okay, India, there is nothing to discuss in India right now. One good news ही है, JP Morgan thinks that India will become a $7 trillion economy by 2030. That is one thing. I have already explained you, IMF is expecting India to grow by 6.3% in 2024. RBI is expecting India to grow by 6.5% in 2024. So if you talk about the results, guys, Kotak results were declared yesterday. The results have been stupendous. They have appointed, their net profits have jumped by 24% to 3,191 crores hai probably. Okay, their asset quality is staying healthy. Ashok Vaswani, if I'm pronouncing his name correct, Ashok Vaswani has been appointed as a new MD and CEO. I discussed this also with you earlier, that Uday Kotak has left and now Ashok Vaswani has joined in. This guy seems to be very promising, and hopefully Kotak Bank should show some rally from here on, because the results, two good news happened during the weekend. One is that the results have been good. Second is that they have now appointed somebody who is very, very promising and can probably fill in the shoes of Uday Kotak. Apart from that, guys, across all sectors, results have been good. Even IT mid-cap IT stocks have done better than the large-cap IT, especially for the sake that guidance for large-cap IT was not that encouraging, but for guidance for these companies have been good. Ultratech results have been good, HUL results good, ITC results good, PVR results good, Coforge, Persistent results are good, guidance is good, HDFC results were also good, HDFC Bank. So overall, if you see, guys, things are looking very comfortable as far as the Indian economy is concerned. We are doing good at economy level. We are doing good. Yeah, even for us, one big problem is the Brent crude prices going up. But as I told you, agar Brent crude ka prices normalize ho jata hai. Because see, just before this war started, it started normalizing, right? It went up to 95, it came down to 83, 84 also again. But again, after that, this war happened, and then again, this fiasco and all those things. A lot of pressure is coming in from the US economy front. But like I told you, for me, this is the end of it. This is the end of it. This has to be the end of it. यहाँ से markets को revive करना पड़ेगा. Who is saying this? I am saying this. God damn it, I am saying this. And I am okay if I am proven wrong. Because I have been proven wrong on many fronts. Okay. One more thing, guys. Some of you write me messages saying that, why do you only talk good things in your videos? Why don't you tell people that because of you also some people have suffered losses, or your picks have gone wrong a lot of times? Yes, I am shouting it at the top of my voice. Can you hear me? My picks have gone wrong many a times. My picks have gone wrong. My recommendations have gone wrong many a times. But it's my duty when I'm making these vlogs. I'm here to teach you based on my experience. That is why I tell you, when you do futures, you hedge yourself. That is why I say that when you are doing naked options, there is no sense of doing it. इसीलिए तो समझा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस गेन किया है. मैंने एक्सपीरियंस गेन किया है कि लॉसेस कैसे होते हैं मार्केट में. इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे वीडियो बना रहा हूँ. आई एम मेकिंग वीडियोस ओवर हियर सो दैट द मिस्टेक्स व्हिच आई हैव डन, आई हैव नेवर सेड दैट आई हैव डिवाइन पावर्स हैव कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम हेवन just to preach you disciples. No, I never said that, right? I never said that. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of losses in my equity career, and I've made losses for my clients also. Okay, I'm shouting it at the top of my voice. So don't think I have never created this illusion in the mind of anybody that I have only made profits in this market, but I have done better than a lot of people in this market because of the fact that I talk logics and I teach people logics and I teach them how to stay calm in this market. That's what. So don't write me those shitty messages of yours that I only come and preach good things over here to people, because everything that I'm teaching you people is based on my own bitter experiences or experiences which I have faced for my clients. So don't come and tell me this, that I only come and tell people that I have always made profits. No, guys, I've never said that in my videos that I've only made profits, and I've always told you, even यहाँ पे मैंने जो recommendations दिए हैं, a lot of my recommendations have not worked, and that proves that I am a human being, right? That proves that I'm a human being. Okay. Yeah, I'm charged up today. I'm charged up. Okay. Nifty at 19,542. Gift Nifty Friday closing was 95 points down. तो मंडे को भी मार्केट्स नीचे खुल सकता है. खुलने दीजिए नीचे. हर समय इतना टेंशन में क्यों जीते हैं? Why are you always worried? Why are you always worried? Everyday मार्केट में मूवमेंट्स होने से आपका हार्ट बीट ऊपर नीचे क्यों होता है? क्यों इतना टेंशन लेके जी रहे हैं? Why are you taking so much tensions? Sir, I'll tell you one maths. You start with 5 lakh rupees. You get only 15% humble return a year. 15%. Oh, 15%. Only 15%, sir. Yeah, sir, 15% is very good, because when you do magic of compounding in 5 years, you have more than 10 lakhs in your account. With 15% compounding done, you have more than 10 lakhs with 5 lakhs of capital starting. और अगर किसी को 5 साल में 5 लाख का 10 लाख मिल रहा है, if you are getting 10 lakhs out of 5 lakhs in 5 years time, and if you are still not happy, then you are bloody greedy and you are having unrealistic expectations. You are in the dream world of utopia. You are in your own fantasy land. Because doubling your capital in 5 years is a very good deal. Very good deal. If I have to give somebody 1 crore today with a promise that he will give me 2 crores in 5 years time, I'm happy to give my money today. तो आप 15 के ऊपर कुछ भी कमा रहे हैं ना, if you're earning anything more than 15%, you'll be very happy with your advisor. Very happy. If you're earning anything more than 15%. Have I given people more than 15% return in the past? I've given much more than that. But you don't expect that. You don't expect that. Your expectation should be reasonable. You should always expect reasonable things in the market. When you start expecting reasonable things in the market is when you can stay back in this market for longer period of time. That is what I've been telling you all the time. But तुमको नहीं समझेगा. तुमको नहीं समझेगा. Because see, I've made some people buy Geofinancials at the rate of 240 rupees. Today, Geofinancial results were stupendous for this quarter. And Geofinancials right now is trading around 215 rupees. There are people who are messaging me every day. Stop loss hit करा दें. Should we trigger stop loss? Should we come out of Geofinancials? अरे सर, आपको धंधा समझता ही नहीं है. आपको इक्विटी मार्केट्स में काम कैसे करना है समझ में ही नहीं आता है. साला शेयर 20 रुपए से गिरा, मतलब 10% से शेयर में फॉल होता है, एंड यू स्टार्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट बुकिंग योर स्टॉप लॉसेस. कहां से लाते हैं ये नॉलेज? किससे सीख के आए हैं ये सब? किसने आपको सिखाया है ये सब? For a company which is having a brand of Reliance comes down by 10% after posting stupendous numbers, जिसका फेस वैल्यू, इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू जब वो लिस्टिंग हुआ था उस समय 260 के ऊपर था. आप बोल रहे हैं 10% फॉल होने के कारण उसको. यू आर नॉट आस्किंग मी हेल्दी क्वेश्चंस, यू आर नॉट आस्किंग मी वैल्यू एडिटिव क्वेश्चंस. क्या सर एवरेज करने का टाइम आ गया? नो, यू ओनली बिलीव इन टू थिंग्स इन द मार्केट: प्रॉफिट लॉस, प्रॉफिट लॉस, प्रॉफिट लॉस. यू डोंट नो हाउ टू होल्ड ऑन टू योर शेयर्स. यू डोंट वांट टू ओन एनीथिंग. ओनरशिप बोल के कुछ नहीं आता आपको. आपको सिर्फ एक बात पता है, या तो प्रॉफिट करेंगे या लॉस करेंगे. प्रॉफिट करेंगे, लॉस करेंगे. प्रॉफिट हुआ तो केपी सर अच्छे, लॉस हुआ तो केपी सर बेकार है. दैट्स ओनली मैथ्स यू नो. दैट्स ओनली मैथ्स यू नो. देयर आर मोर पीपल लीविंग दिस मार्केट बिकॉज ऑफ द इंस्टेबिलिटी ऑफ योर ब्रेन्स than the losses which you suffer in this market. There are no losses in this market till the time you claim them to be your losses. There are no losses. आप में दम है. अगर आपको रिसर्च करना आता है, आप शेयर के बारे में रिसर्च करिए. अगर आपको समझ में आ गया कंपनी का धंधा अच्छा है, शेयर को रखना सीखिए सर. शेयर को रखना सीखिए. Don't always talk only one thing. Stop loss triggered, stop loss triggered. Who defined your stop loss? Who defined your stop loss? You defined your stop loss. 6, 7, 8% fall in a share and you want to sell the share. I'll tell you something. Few days back, itne messages aate hain. I get so many messages every day, and I have missed many messages in the past. Suddenly I came across one message which I missed, not from my client. Somebody posted, random guy. उसने कहीं सुना मेरे मुंह से. He would have heard somewhere from me that I recommended Birlasoft. ठीक है, I recommended Birlasoft share. He would have bought that share around 410-15 rupees. It came down to 364. This guy has written me this bigger message on WhatsApp. From 415 it has come down to 364. Do you think I should sell this share because it is not performing? It is not performing. It is better we take out money, book the losses, put this money in some other stock, because there is opportunity cost of money. Oh, so you understand opportunity cost of money, but you don't understand opportunity cost of losses which you book. And what is the problem with Birlasoft? If you seriously want to understand, if you seriously want to make ask me for a suggestion or a change in investment avenue, you should come up with 5 downsides of investing your money in Birlasoft. एक जगह लॉस लग गया, पैसा निकाल लेते हैं, दूसरी जगह लगा देते हैं, दूसरी जगह लॉस लग गया, तीसरी जगह डाल देते हैं. 5 बार 6 बार करेंगे, 7 बार करेंगे, 8 बार करेंगे, 9 बार करेंगे, 10 बार करेंगे, तब कैपिटल खत्म, मैजिक हो गया. पापा ने 5 लाख रुपया दिया था सर, जीरो हो गया. और जब 5 लाख जीरो हो जाएगा लॉस खा खा के, तब बोलो कि अरे सम एडवाइजर वाज स्टूपिड, ही डिडंट गिव मी प्रॉपर सजेशंस, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई लॉस्ट मनी. अदरवाइज आई एम वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, आई कांट लूज इवन 50 पैसे इन माय पोर्टफोलियो. आई लॉस्ट इट बिकॉज ऑफ सम स्टूपिड गाय ओवर देयर शाउटिंग that buy this share, buy that share. But that guy told you many other things which you don't remember. Shares को रखना सीखिए. Okay, coming back to this story. So I forgot to reply to this guy because I did not even open his message. So I read it for the first time yesterday. The same Birlasoft from 360 went past 500 rupees in no time. How do you justify that? And now how do you justify if you would have booked losses in Birlasoft? Birlasoft से पैसा निकाल के suppose करिए आपने Infosys में पैसा लगाया. That Infosys of 1500 is now trading at 1420 rupees. But that same Birlasoft where you booked your losses has gone up from 364 to 525 rupees. थोड़ा सा अकल लगाइए. मार्केट में अगर सस्टेन करना है सर, अकल, थोड़ा सा अकल लगाइए. इसको फाटका, कसीनो, जुआ मत बनाइए. उसके लिए देयर आर बेटर प्लेटफॉर्म्स. इक्विटी में शांति रखना सीखिए. एफएनओ भी कर रहे हैं. इफ यू आर डूइंग एफएनओ, टेक द ट्रेड्स फॉर विच यू कैन सी योर M2M. M2M लॉसेस नहीं है. M2M इज नॉट योर लॉस. M2M को पहले तो लॉस की तरह देखना बंद करिए. आपने यू परचेज्ड वन फ्यूचर विच हैज एन एक्सपोजर ऑफ 6 lakh. Broker told you to pay only 1,20,000. That is 20% of the exposure amount to take the trade. You took the trade at 1,20,000 for something which is worth 6 lakhs. The remaining money is like a loan given to you with one condition. The condition is very simple. If the share price falls below the price at which you have purchased it, the difference, whatever is there, no, that much you keep depositing. So only if the share falls by 80%, that is when he will ask you to pay the remaining 80% of the money. Otherwise 5-10% का फॉल तो हो सकता है. तो 5-10% का फॉल अगर हुआ तो उसको लॉस क्यों बोल रहे हैं? वो तो पैसा जमा कर रहे हैं ना आप सिर्फ. You're only depositing that much money. Initially you paid 20%. Now it fell down by 10%. So they are asking you to pay 10%. Why are you calling it as your loss? Think about it. So people don't try to understand the market. Economy समझना, countries को समझना, geopolitical tensions को समझना, politics को समझना, monetary policies, fiscal policies, current account deficits, import export, infrastructure. Forget about all this. ये तो बहुत दूर का बात है. इसलिए I have started teaching all this to you. If you seriously want to learn, then this is all for you. And for somebody who can listen to my videos regularly, for them this is gem. Because I am doing it every week, so you're getting updated on every week basis what is happening globally. अरे पर कम से कम बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स तो समझ के चलो बॉस, जिसके कारण मार्केट में टिक पाओगे. छोटा मोटा एक्सपेक्टेशन लेके तो मार्केट में आओ. पहले 15% डबल सम मनी इन 5 years. उतना ही एक्सपेक्ट करो ना यार. 10 दिन मार्केट गिरता है, यू स्टार्ट सेंडिंग मी मैसेजेस. What do you think? How much market can fall? Arey, how do I know that, yaar? How much market can fall? What I know is that what stocks you have are good stocks, so keep them. In falling market, everything is falling. एक जगह से पैसा निकालेंगे, दूसरी जगह डालेंगे, वहां भी लॉस ही करेंगे ना. Nifty at 19,542. Dow Jones 33,127. If Dow Jones breaks 32,800 levels, then it can go down to 32,200 levels. 32,200, 32,500, that is the range which I see in Dow Jones. If that happens, then you be prepared that Nifty is willing to test 19,150 to 19,200 again. Let's keep it simple. Sir, what is the probability of this happening? Right now, I would say 30% chances are that this will happen. 70% chances are there will be a strong comeback in the economy. But if it tests 19,150 and Dow Jones tests 32,200, then I would like to wait and watch what all other events are happening during this while. And then we can decide वहाँ से एक जोर का bounce back आएगा कि जो ये situation है, it will only keep getting worse from there on. I don't know. So we have to wait and watch. But right now where we are standing is a very crucial level both for Dow Jones and for Nifty. But I am sure that if Dow Jones is not taking support at 32,800, then even Nifty का fall तय है. तब आप भूल जाइए कि कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है. But from there probably a bounce back will come. But for that I would like to wait and watch the scenario economically at a macro level. Okay, so I would stop this video now. But I would only request you one thing, guys. Equity markets are a great way of making money, but only for intelligent people. There is no place for stupid people in this market. No place for stupid people. And more than trusting anything, economy को trust मत करिए, country को trust मत करिए. एक चीज trust करिए. Fundamentally good stocks will never disappoint you. Chalo, this is vlog number 65 signing out now. We'll meet again in vlog number 66. I hope the video was useful. And I know I have been screaming a lot today because of the frustration which has built up because of how countries are behaving right now. And more importantly, how people around are behaving. Chalo, bye-bye. No hard feelings, no grudges. Cheers. God bless.